Mortimer Freeze is a fantastic 3-stage boss fight with some of the best animations in the game. It's also a level which shows off how effective some of Miss Chalice's weapons can be. I'm going to be using Crack Shot and Converge with Miss Chalice for this fight, and I've also found Spread Shot to be pretty useful instead of Converge if you want to be a bit more aggressive. I also like taking Super 3 on Miss Chalice because it's useful against both the second and third phases. For the first phase, your Crack Shot might actually miss depending on how fast he's moving across the screen, so to fix this, I like to shoot straight up into the sky to improve its homing capabilities. During this first phase, he has 3 main attacks. First, he summons 4 icicle teeth that fly towards your location before getting stuck in the snow. After a second, they get up and start walking towards you. Note that these enemies cannot be damaged while they are still buried, but you can take them out in a shot or two once they start walking around. Another attack is his tarot cards. He'll fly around the map shooting slow-moving cards towards you. These are very easy to dodge, and one of them will usually be a pink one, so that's a free parry. Finally, he slams his giant orange whale into the ground, killing any icicles it hits. This move is the trickiest one if you aren't paying attention because it comes out very quickly. There will be a specific sound effect when he's preparing the attack that sounds like. That's your cue to dash out as quickly as possible before the whale hits. After he's done these a few times, he'll start to ring a bell. That's your cue to get up close and use either Converge or Spread Shot before he falls to the ground. In the second phase, the most common attack appears to be the Fridge. He'll spit out frozen popsicles which will come around and attack you from behind, as well as ice cubes that split into smaller ones once they hit the floor. The trick to the ice cubes is to stand right next to when they first hit the ground, which makes the smaller ice cubes bounce right over you. The second attack is very dangerous. Look closely at his stance. When his butt looks like this, he's about to roll across the screen. You have a split second to react. You can either jump over the snowball or dodge roll through it. If the butt looks like this, that means he's going to bounce into the air, which means you can just stay still. The worst thing about this is that he can do either of these attacks 1, 2, or maybe even 3 times in a row, so you want to stay sharp. Finally, he'll do a slam attack that'll cause a row of swords to appear out of the ground one by one. This one is pretty easy to dodge. Just wait for a sword to come out and then stand next to it. The next sword will be a little bit further away, so you definitely won't get hit. For his final phase, I like to switch my weapon based on how far away I am from him. If I'm right next to him, I use Converge or Spread. If I'm very far away or focused on dodging, I use Crack Shot. First is the eyeball. Make sure to stay far away from the eyeball when it launches, since it might hit you on its way out of his face. The eyeball will spark with electricity 3 times on its arc. Here, here, and here. So be sure to stay away from it. Next, Mortimer will manifest some buckets and fire them at you. One of them is always pink, so make sure you grab that parry. When the buckets hit the back wall, they explode into 3 moon projectiles, which can be hard to dodge, so stay closer to Mortimer during this part. Last is the ice cream. Mortimer will zip around the edge of the platform, and after a second or two, he'll summon 4 ice cream cones where the sparkling lights are. This can be really hard to see if you're not looking out for them, so be sure to stay far away from each one. Thankfully, these projectiles move very slowly, so you have plenty of time to react. And boom, that's it. Mortimer is stylish and wonderful, but he's definitely one of the easiest bosses in the game.